What's up, Fish Tube? Bearded Bob coming back at ya. Here is my Blue Star Endler tank. I recently, my wife picked me up a few of these albino guys from Petco. Brought them home, didn't think anything of it. Put them in this tank with them, and almost immediately, the only male that's been colored up this whole time just started clamping his fins and just not looking good. I don't know why I didn't segregate these guys and put them in a quarantine tank, but I didn't, and now I'm paying the price. So these guys, a lot of them have ick on them, and I'm not sure if anything else is going on, so I did the, I did the 2 of the 3 from the medication trio. I didn't have any general cure left, but I did EM erythromycin and Ich-X. And now I've slowly been raising this temperature up. We got up to we're about 82 in there. Tomorrow I'll turn it up 1 more degree, and hopefully that helps too. So what we're gonna do is leave this for 1 week. This is day 3. This is the night of day 3. So we have a few more days left to let them sit in this medicine, and then we'll do a 50% water change, throw some carbon in the filter to get rid of the medicine, and we'll give it a day. The temp by then should be 85 degrees or 84, 85, somewhere in there. And then we will check on them, see how they're doing, see if the ick has left the tank, and then we'll go from there. I might still pick up some general cure and throw it through them anyways, just because these guys are very active, especially at this very high temp. We said 82 degrees in the tank right now. This one has been very active down here, but this guy up here has pretty much been in that spot for the last day. He's pretty skinny. It's about half the size of the other one, and I'm sure that's probably the one that was sick that came in. Again, I don't know what I was thinking. I usually, the only time that I put stuff in a tank without quarantining them first is when it's their own tank. And I don't have to worry about quarantine because that tank is their quarantine tank because there's nothing else in there with them. This time, right past, right into the tank. Ick. So there you go. Always set up a quarantine tank. Always. I won't say always medicate your fish. You know, I do like to check, make sure they're healthy, give them about a month in the quarantine. Longer if you got time, but you know, I needed some algae eaters in this aquarium because it was just crazy. They did a good job cleaning up. Oh, he's swimming anyways. Yeah, he's not looking very good. I'm pretty sure he may not make it. He's pretty skinny, like I said. So we'll see if he passes. We'll pull him out of the tank, obviously, and we'll see what's going on. But I figured we don't spend much time on this tank because I'm not usually in this room. It's in its own room. It's on like a 55-gallon stand. This is a 20-gallon long, and it fits on here perfectly. Except for, you know, there's a lot of space open. And this bottom row is just too, you know, if I put a 20-gallon tall in this space, then you have almost no room to stick your hand in here. Another 20 long would probably fit down below, but I think I'm going to end up getting rid of this stand altogether. It's a nice stand, but I don't use it. So might as well get rid of it and put something else in this place. I think eventually this 20-gallon long will get moved back into the main fish room after we sort out all these problems and give them a couple of weeks in here and see how they're doing and all that. So in this tank, I mean, just a quick rundown. We got water wisteria, we got that AR, whatever, Cardinalis. Got some Bacopa carolina. I like this stuff. This actually does really good in most of my aquariums too. It stays pretty small, pretty compact. It sends off lots of little side shoots. And if I were to go in there right now and just pull it up, there'd be separate all of these are separate plants. So I could spread them out if I wanted to, and then they all just start filling out again. So it's pretty cool. Just some moss in there. Bronze crypts, because I've got a billion bronze crypts and gotta stick them somewhere. Piece of driftwood with lots of hair algae on it, because, you know, why not? And then right in the back there, on the back of that piece of driftwood, I've got a couple of pieces of Java fern that I glued to the back, and I'm just kind of putting it in the light, trying to give it some extra time to grow a little bigger. It's been very slow growing. I super glued it there, and I'm not sure if I like that. It doesn't seem to grow very well at all. And then in the back there, we've just got some Ludwigia, another chunk of whatever moss this is here. Ooh, focus, come on. There you go. What is that? Is that Java moss? Is that flame moss? I don't know, whatever. And then our duckweed filter, because we can't have a tank without duckweed. But for some reason, this is a like a Coralife fixture, and it's just two fluorescent T5 lights in there. And it's kind of an orange light. I don't know if that comes through on this video, but it's a pretty cool light. I didn't like it at first, but once I stuck some plants in here, it really does make them pop. I mean, this camera is probably not doing anything any justice, but it's a very, very nice color in this tank. I don't know what else to talk about on this. You just got a cheap Chinese 100-watt heater that, you know, what does it say? Can you even read that? I think I have it set to like 90, but it's 82. So, you know, really good quality. We've got our traditional filter like we have on pretty much every aquarium there. Sponge filter inside. BioWill Penguin Marine Land filter. In the bottom of here, just like all the other ones, I've got a bag of Biomax. And that's pretty much this tank. Nice big rock. Kind of thought that was a cool looking rock. I don't know if you can get the gist of that. It's got hair algae growing all over right now. I need to get in here and weed some of that stuff out. It's got really cool lines on it. Yeah, I like it. Tons of snails in here. So this tank used to hold the goldfish just for a little while, and he ate all of the tiny snails that were in here over his time. But he left all these giant ones, and of course, as soon as he left the tank, then we're getting blooms of all of these little baby ram's horn snails, and they're everywhere. I don't mind so much when there's more of a colony of fish in here. If I wanted to, I could feed them just with the snails that are in the tank. You know, just squish them on the glass or whatever. And there's so many of them, they wouldn't have to worry about food. It'd be really high protein, which I think would be okay for these endlers, but some fish, you know, they like a more vegetative diet. But let's see if we can get up on this guy with his tail has ick on it. No, we can't. Well, maybe you can see a couple little dots there. Well, it's the only male endler that's colored up so far out of this batch that I got off of eBay. And he's got really good colors. I'm really impressed with the coloration, but I'm not impressed with how they came in and how small they were and how many died. Alright, we're going to leave it at that. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.